Nightfall at the world's mega hubs. As the sun slips below the horizon, the world's busiest airports transform into dazzling cities of light and motion. From the sweeping concourses of Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson to the glittering runways of Dubai International and the historic terminals of London Heathrow, dusk is only the beginning of their workday. For these global megahubs, nighttime isn't a quiet pause. It's prime time. The transition begins subtly. Twilight paints the sky in deep purples and fiery oranges, while control towers activate thousands of runway and taxiway lights, turning each strip of asphalt into a glowing path visible for miles. Inside terminals, a different rhythm emerges. Red-eye passengers check in for overnight flights, ground crews refuel aircraft, and flight decks buzz with final pre-departure briefings. The airport hum grows steadier and louder even as the rest of the city winds down. This is when aviation reveals its round-the-clock heartbeat. Air traffic controllers monitor crowded skies as transatlantic flights converge, their radar screens lighting up with inbound traffic from every direction. Maintenance teams inspect aircraft during tight turnaround windows, ensuring every jet is ready for the long night ahead. Cargo bays open to receive freight shipments timed perfectly to connect with dawn deliveries thousands of miles away. Seen from above, these airports resemble living organisms. Time-lapse photography captures a hypnotic dance of headlights, beacons, and sweeping landing lights, each motion choreographed to the second. Jets line up like luminous arrows, taking off one after another in a display of precision few other industries can match. For travelers gazing out from a terminal window, it's an unforgettable sight. A glowing network of runways and taxiways stretching into darkness, proving that while most of the world sleeps, the global aviation network is just hitting its stride. The night shift has begun and its breath. The logistics of 24/7 flight operations. When night fully settles over the airport, the real test of precision begins. Running a major hub after dark is a carefully choreographed operation that relies on advanced technology and an army of professionals working in perfect sync. From the control tower to the cargo hangars, every movement is timed to the second to keep thousands of flights on schedule. The first layer of nighttime logistics starts in air traffic control. Controllers monitor dense flight paths on glowing radar screens, guiding departures and arrivals with split-second instructions. Sophisticated instrument landing systems, ILS, allow pilots to descend through low clouds and near-zero visibility, following radio beams that point them to the runway like an invisible highway. Backup power systems and redundant radar ensure that even a sudden outage can't halt operations. On the ground, runway and taxiway lighting becomes the airport's lifeline. Edge lights, centerline lights, and flashing threshold beacons form a luminous grid visible from miles away. Crews inspect these lights constantly, replacing bulbs or recalibrating brightness to match changing weather conditions. Meanwhile, ground handling teams work in a non-stop cycle. Baggage is transferred between flights, fuel trucks connect to waiting aircraft, and catering vehicles restock galleys for overnight long-haul journeys. Each service vehicle follows strict safety lanes to avoid the ballet of taxiing jets. Maintenance crews also seize nighttime windows to perform essential checks. Engines are inspected, hydraulics tested, and software updates installed while the aircraft rests only briefly at the gate. Any delay here can ripple across time zones, so efficiency is everything. Behind the scenes, scheduling managers keep a close eye on global connections. They track weather shifts, reroute flights around storms, and adjust gates to prevent bottlenecks. Seamless night operations. Cargo giants of the night. When passenger traffic slows after midnight, airports around the world shift into freight mode. For cargo carriers like FedEx in Memphis or Cathay Pacific in Hong Kong, night is the busiest part of the day, moving thousands of tons of goods that keep global commerce alive. Massive freighters such as the Boeing 747-8F and Airbus A330F land one after another, packed with electronics, medical supplies, fresh produce, and overnight e-commerce orders. Ground teams unload containers with precision, scanning and sorting each shipment for its next flight, often within an hour of arrival. Timing is everything. A single delay can disrupt supply chains across continents. Inside dedicated cargo terminals, the pace is intense. Automated belts and robotic cranes whisk packages through sprawling warehouses while staff in reflective vests steer forklifts and stack pallets for immediate loading. Temperature-controlled areas keep medicines, vaccines, and perishable foods in perfect condition until takeoff. Every movement is tracked by sophisticated software to maintain real-time updates for shippers and customers. This after-hours choreography is the hidden engine of the global economy. Overnight deliveries and same-day orders depend on seamless coordination between customs agents, logistics planners, and maintenance crews. If one link falters, whether a late truck, a mechanical glitch, or a sudden storm, the ripple can be felt worldwide by businesses and consumers expecting next morning service. From the outside, it's a breathtaking scene. Taxiways glow under floodlights as freighters queue for departure, red beacons flashing like fireflies in the dark. Jet engines thunder across sleeping neighborhoods, signaling that commerce never sleeps. For the rare traveler awake to watch, it's proof that airports never truly close. Long after passenger terminals fall silent, cargo operations keep the world connected, ensuring goods, medicine, and vitals. Red-eye passengers and midnight flights. While cargo aircraft dominate the late-night schedule, a different kind of traveler also thrives after dark, the red-eye passenger. These overnight flights, popular across North America, Europe, and Asia, allow people to board late in the evening and arrive at their destination just as the sun rises, making the most of every business day or vacation. The experience begins in a calmer, quieter terminal. Check-in counters hum softly as travelers carrying only small bags move quickly through security. Business professionals, night owls, and budget-minded tourists choose these flights to save both time and money. Airlines often price red ice lower than peak day departures, and the schedule lets passengers avoid an extra night's hotel stay. On board, the cabin atmosphere feels different. Dimmed lights, gentle announcements, and the steady drone of engines encourage rest. Flight attendants move quietly through the aisles offering water and light snacks before settling in for the night. Many travelers bring neck pillows and sleep masks, hoping to catch enough rest to step off the plane ready for the next morning's meeting or sightseeing tour. From the cockpit, pilots rely heavily on instrument flight rules, gliding along airways lit only by stars and the occasional glow of distant cities far below. Red-eye routes are often some of the smoothest, thanks to less congested skies and cooler nighttime air that helps aircraft perform efficiently. For airports, these flights extend the workday. Baggage handlers, security staff, and ground crews keep operations running seamlessly so planes can depart and arrive during the quietest hours. Whether it's a business traveler maximizing productivity or a family squeezing more time into a vacation, the red-eye represents aviation's ability to turn night into opportunity, proof that the global network never sleeps. Air traffic control. The Midnight Guardians almost equals 310 words. High above the glowing runways, the real heartbeat of night operations lives inside the air traffic control tower and regional radar centers. These specialists work in quiet, high-tech rooms where every movement of the night sky is tracked on giant radar screens. Their job: guide hundreds of flights safely through dark skies, where visibility is limited and precision is everything. Controllers start each shift with detailed weather briefings, scanning for storms, wind shear, or sudden fog that could disrupt arrivals and departures. Using advanced radar and satellite data, they chart flight paths and hand aircraft off seamlessly from one control sector to another, ensuring that jets cross oceans and continents without conflict. Communication is constant. Pilots radio in their altitude, speed, and heading while controllers respond with exact course corrections, sometimes just a few degrees, to maintain safe separation. During busy overnight windows, especially across the Atlantic or over Asia's crowded routes, these directions come rapid fire, demanding intense concentration and teamwork. Technology plays a key role. Automatic dependent surveillance, broadcast, ADS-B, systems send real-time aircraft position data, while backup power and redundant networks protect against outages. Even a single glitch could cause cascading delays, so controllers train for every scenario, from sudden runway closures to emergency diversions. Despite the high stakes, the tower remains calm and focused. The soft glow of monitors, the hum of radios, and the quiet confidence of seasoned professionals create an atmosphere of steady vigilance. For passengers asleep in their seats, this invisible choreography keeps flights perfectly spaced and on schedule. Long before dawn, controllers will have guided thousands of takeoffs and landings without a hitch, making them the unsung heroes who keep the 24/7 aviation network safe through the NI. As darkness falls, an airport's runway and taxiway lights transform the airfield into a glowing roadmap for pilots. Edge lights outline runways in bright white, shifting to yellow near the final 600 meters to signal the end. Centerline lights flash white and red to keep aircraft perfectly aligned, while threshold lights glow green at the start and red at the far end. Taxiways sparkle with blue edges and green centerlines, guiding jets safely between gates and runways even in heavy rain or fog. Keeping this network flawless is a nightly mission. Maintenance crews inspect circuits, clean lenses, and replace bulbs. Many major airports now rely on energy-efficient LEDs for sharper visibility and lower power use, backed by generators to ensure illumination even if the main grid fails. Pilots combine these lights with instrument landing systems, ILS, and GPS navigation to descend with precision, sometimes seeing the runway only seconds before touchdown. From above, the airport looks like a glittering constellation, a breathtaking symbol of aviation's blend of art and technology. As the first streak of sunrise appears, the overnight rhythm shifts seamlessly to morning operations. Runway lights dim as long-haul aircraft arrive from across the globe. Inside terminals, coffee brews while red-eye passengers stretch after overnight flights. Ground crews refuel, clean, and cater jets for the day's first departures, never missing a beat. In the control tower, night teams hand off to morning controllers with updated weather and traffic data. Cargo shipments clear customs and head toward markets and doorsteps by breakfast. For a brief moment, travelers can feel both the serenity of night and the spark of a new day, proof that aviation never sleeps, and that airports keep the world connected from the glowing lights of midnight to the first rays of dawn.